I'm back, fuckers. Holy shit, I do not like hospital at all. I was there for 8 fucking days. 8 days of being in bed, getting jabbed, swallowing fuck tons of pills, and being genuinely unhappy about everything. They actually said I nearly died, which is not so lit, but that is okay. I was so tired after my surgery I didn't even have the energy to wank one off, although I did have a wank this morning and it was truly glorious. Thankfully the internet is a thing, so I spent most of my time in hospital watching Skyrim mod reviews, which I highly recommend. It's actually really fun. I've literally lost 8 kilos. I look like Skeletor right now, and you can probably hear by my voice it's missing a bit of pizzazz, but you know, that's okay. I can barely lift things like these pills they have me eating. I can barely fucking lift them because they're that massive. Like, look at this shit, it is huge. I think the source of my ruptured appendix may have been my excessive anger in my last video. However, you guys did vote for the Jews, so it's anyone's guess at this point. Moving on from my depressing situation, we're here to talk about a different kind of depressing situation. Age of Sigmar. Now, to be fair, it is getting better, and I have been reading the big old Age of Sigmar lore book, which is full of pretty nice sexy artwork. Not sexy enough to give me the energy to masturbate, but still sexy. Today we're looking at arguably the coolest race in Age of Sigmar right now, the Seraphon, aka Space Dinosaurs. Now, if you thought the lizardmen in Warhammer Fantasy were sick cunts cause, you know, dinosaurs riding dinosaurs, well, now I've got dinosaurs riding dinosaurs from out of space. Like, these cunts literally enter the battlefield through meteorites and rainbows. But I am getting ahead of myself. To make up for the likely demonetization of this video, we have a message from our sponsor. Fortress Kings is a free-to-play base building game which I was smashing while I was in hospital. It features multiplayer options along with solid graphics and an intuitive build system. You can lead your armies to spank other armies or just steal other people's shit, and microtransactions are not needed, nor are they shoved in your face, so you can have a genuine free gaming experience without feeling like it's pay to win. Give it a shot, let me know how it is, download it now. Right, now that I've taken off my Jukapar, let's get into it. When the old world got anal raped by bad writing, most races were exterminated and lost most of their identity, with only 2 races escaping the absolute spankage that occurred. Those races were the Skaven, who were able to merge Skaven Blight with the Realm of Chaos and escape that way, and the Lizardmen, who jumped into spaceships and flew off into space. Now, there wasn't exactly a massive amount of lizardmen who got on the spaceships. In fact, it was mainly just the Slann and their skink sex slaves who boarded those ships, with the majority of dinosaurs and Saurus warriors and shit staying behind and copping a meteor to their face. Only a few select Saurus boarded those ships, hence you're probably wondering where the large Seraphon army seen in Age of Sigmar come from. Well, while in space, the Slann started drinking stars, and then became omnipotent star gods. As you do. They gained a tremendous amount of power to a point where they arguably surpassed the old ones who created them. Now the situation is a bit weird. The Seraphon are technically a tiny faction, as they basically just make up the Slann. All the dinosaurs and shit are just demons created by the Slann's power to fight in the wars, so there's no more spawning pools, or there's no more even distinguished Saurus heroes, as they're now all just kind of soulless figments of the Slann's imagination who happen to be very good at killing shit. I would say the main difference now is that their blood is really sparkly. Like, I'm not shitting you about the blood situation. It's made of light, so if a vampire tries to drink their blood, it's like drinking pre-lit petrol. It just burns the cunts. Before we continue though, we need to take a quick moment to acknowledge something. Age of Sigmar is full of great looking models, like it's one of its redeeming factors, so I was excited to check out the Seraphon army and see how they've changed them to make them look cool. And they look fucking shit. They look really, really awful. It literally gives me an aneurysm. Like, come on, they're dinosaur demons made out of starlight, and they look like Dero cunts that I'd find shooting up meth behind an alley at my local train station. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll get updated models soon in the future, but it's been a decent amount of time since they've been, released. Like, surely they would have given us something, not just total shit, but that's okay. Let's continue. The Seraphon are marketed as a mysterious wet race, which is an interesting idea considering we already know their entire backstory as the Lizardmen, and any hints they make about special characters such as Lord Croak are instantly obvious, so not sure what the marketing goal here is. Now to the flip side, What are some cool shit about these glowy boys? Well, firstly, if you watch my videos, you know I have an especially large boner for some characters. One of these sex icons is Lord Croak, who is a zombie toad that single-handedly saved the world once by creating a sun and using it to give Chaos skin cancer. Anywho, Lord Croak's exposure to the star energies has actually revived him to a pretty active state. Like, he's still a mummified zombie, but he has a bit more jazz in his step. In one battle against Chaos, Lord Croak was feeling like a bit of a meme lord, so he realigned the stars to be in the shape of a Pepe frog before nuking the entire Chaos army to death. I'd say the Seraphon are actually the meme lords of Age of Sigmar. They love to pull pranks all the time. They have the power to reroute portals, so like if a Nurgle army is summoning a portal to invade a realm or flank an enemy, the Seraphon can be like, "Not today, fucker," and redirect it into them, where they then proceed to skull fuck the enemy forces to death. Love their work. Another cool little fact about these sparkly blue boys is that if the Slan who summoned a particular Seraphon army dies, his army will actually complete the battle before fading into starlight. This is a massive advantage over Chaos, whose demons will often get yeeted if their commander dies. This has led to a lot of battles where despite the death of their Slan, the remaining Seraphon are able to win the battle anyway. This happened with Yukal Tak, who got fisted by a greater demon of Nurgle, but his army still kicked the rest of their asses. Each Seraphon army often only contains one Slan, as despite them all being wise and shit, they often disagree about the best plan to enact to defeat Chaos. However, occasionally a dozen or more Slan will agree on a course of action, and then Chaos can say see ya, because 12 or more Slan in one army is just a bit retarded. Like, they can summon an endless tide of Seraphon warriors, along with having the power to, throw stars around like they're tennis balls. Now, what's the Seraphon's relationship status with the other races? Well, they are considered allies to the forces of order, and have often fought side by side with the Sigmarines. However, they won't hesitate to bring the smackdown to any race, good or evil, if they believe they've been a bunch of fuckwits. The Seraphon are generally avoided by the forces of death, because it usually just ends with the forces of death getting raped. The Greenskins and Seraphon have had a few run-ins as well, however they're not inherently enemies. The only true enemy of the Seraphon is Chaos, and only Chaos. Something that I read that I know you guys will enjoy is that once a Skaven scout witnessed a battle where the Seraphon were molesting a Chaos army, and the scout crumbled to the ground in an intense fit of PTSD, as he remembered the amount of rapage that the Lizardmen had inflicted upon the Skaven, especially when Sotek himself fucked on the Skaven armies and cunt punched the Great Horned Rat himself. Now, the army compositions and soldier types for the Seraphon are basically identical to the Lizardmen armies, as the Slan created these soldiers through memories instead of original thought or preset formulas. As a result, the armies are made up of Saurus, Skinks, and Croxigors, along with all the dinosaurs that were previously employed. The Slan even recreated Lustria from memory, so to say that they missed their home is a bit of an understatement. Now here's the thing, the unknown. Are the only real Seraphon real, as in not created through thought, like the demons? The Slan. In the end times, it is stated that there were many Skinks aboard those starships who continued to serve the Slan, and the starships themselves were piloted by special Skinks, so it can be said that there are some special star Skinks that are genuinely real. However, these cunts likely just stay aboard the ships and attend to the Slan's needs, instead of fighting and dying. Kroq-Gar was ordered to go and aboard a starship during the end times. While it doesn't explicitly state that he made it aboard in time, the Age of Sigmar Seraphon models are led by Kroq-Gar riding a Carnosaur that looks like Grimlock, so I would say that Kroq-Gar is real and alive, and it's probably super strong, as he would have absorbed the star power as well. However, the Grimlock he is riding would just be a mind gift from a Slan, as the real Grimlock got melted. On the other hand, he is just listed as a Saurus Old Blood on their website, so we can't say for sure, but my money is on Kroq-Gar being a sparkly little demon rapist. And that is all there really is to say about these boys at this point. The Slan will continue to try come up with ways to defeat Chaos, and hopefully they get a bunch of new models in the meantime. You know what was really sad? I actually booked in with a model friend of mine to do a nude photo shoot of myself, because I said I'd do that for 20,000 subscribers for my Discord. I don't actually know why my male-dominated Discord wants that, but I'm a man of the people. But, I look genuinely demented right now, like, I don't look good. I look like I'm dying. So I've had to postpone it. But don't worry guys, I've booked in a mad workout routine, so I'll be back to my sexy self in no time, and we can get the kid off and get down to business. I apologize again for my bitch-ass vocal cords today. I actually thought I'd be able to talk normally, but I sound like, who do I sound like? I sound like a Warhammer fucking YouTuber. Now that this video's finished, I'm gonna go back and play some more Skyrim. It's a fucking sick game. Join the Discord to see my nude photo shoot when it happens, and tell me what you got for Christmas in the comments. I got this bad boy. Peace.